matchup, and we have seen MaxPax fall quite a bit to these two base all-ins from Clem, from Björn, from Cure. Has happened before, but again, we'll see if our Terran player has been inspired or not. As spawning in the right hand corner of Tokamak, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming, the favorite player for the entire tournament this week. Can anyone stop him? Will anyone take him out? It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the Chinese Terran player, the red Terran. It is Oriana. We go. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat, as there are some players that I would have pinned as players that could potentially bring MaxPax down. I'm looking at the bracket and I see Nicaract. Like, if you know anything about Nicaract, his best matchup is TVP, and he has caused upsets before. He has beaten, we've casted Nicaract defeat MaxPax in WardiTV Monday in the past, to bring him down in a best of 3 series. Has happened before, could happen again, but unfortunately will not have the opportunity to, as he did go down to Nice earlier. So as a result, I mean, where we're kind of thinning out the player base here. Who else do we have? Milky Cow. I can see Milky Cow being a little bit cheeky, being a little bit cheesy. Rex, I can see Rex being coming in with like prepared build with like some very specialized cheese for sure. 100%. Rex is that kind of player. In the PvPs, I do favor MaxPax. There was a time when MaxPax had the best PvP in the world. I don't think that's the case anymore, but despite that, he's still one of the best Protoss players in the world right now. And typically the other contenders for this tournament, I mean, they're not here. That's the reality here. They're just not here. You know, there's no Beyond, there's no Hero, there's no Clem, there's no Solar, there's no Shin, there's no Showtime, there's no, more importantly, there's no Mana. Like, he's like he is the one, pappy. But I think Mana beat MaxPax last week. I think he was the one that knocked him out. No, sorry, Mana, he knocked out Clem last week. That's it. But yeah, like Mana's been a beast as of late, but they're all traveling, right? They're all traveling. They're all still in Dallas or still on the flight back home from Dallas. So MaxPax he's here to clear house, baby. To clean house, I should say. It'll be spotless. Here we go. Oriana, he does step up to the challenge. He's like, no. We got this. Behind the standard opener, going into his own 1-1-1. I say standard opener, sorry, that was a factory before Starport, so double gas opener here out of Oriana. Going for a Reaper Hellion based opener initially. As Yep does poke in, and we'll catch out the initial Reaper. Reaper goes down for the Adept. Meanwhile, backup Adept also on the way. Now moving in. I see the Mega in the chat. Is my goat mute playing in this one? Unfortunately not. This is a really rough time in the Americas, as in like the time zone wise, so unfortunately Mute is not playing in this tournament. Smoge, happy Smoge. Unfortunately. So I'm just stretching. I said before, I'm still recovering from this morning. Like, I said, I'm still recovering from this weekend of StarCraft. I'm still trying to prepare my body. Oh no. Likewise, our next broadcast should be the Picostorm Monday tomorrow. I say should be because I know that they've been switching to Tuesday as of late, and that might continue tomorrow as well. If so, we're going to be casting KSL. Going to be catching up with the Korean StarCraft League, which we did miss out on previously. Meanwhile, drop into the mineral line. Does get a couple workers, not bad. Medevac will escape, but Blink is done in 2 seconds. Oh my god. And Blink not done in time. Oriana does get away. And MaxPax behind this, going 3-gate Blink. So standard opener, I should say safe opener out of MaxPax, will now take a third base. Moving out with all these Stalkers and back at home Oriana. What does he have to defend? Oriana, he has his own 3-1-1 setup here, going into Cloak Banshee, building up his tanks. No bunker. Yeah, no bunker on the low ground. MaxPax, can he break through? Can he get on top of that tank? Warping in extra stalkers. MaxPax looking to dive. The tank's exposed. No, the tank! Oh my god. Stalkers get behind the mineral line. They don't go for the tank. They don't go for the dive, but they will deny mining. Gas geyser goes down. Depot as well. MaxPax from here, he can go into the main. Dips out. Spots the Banshee. Does spot the Banshee. Behind this first Banshee does get across the map. Do we have any detection? We do. Yeah, Robo is done. Observers are on the way. Damage is still being dealt though. Nice damage here by Oriana. Gets 5 probes. Still not done. Likewise, he tries to break out. Oh, he gets punished though. No, tank goes down for free. A bit of a messy breakout here from Oriana. Drop back in and gets cleaned up. Still 7 probe kills is good, but this move out, this push, this attempted all in out of Oriana, there's barely anything here. There's 1 tank and a handful of Marines. Remember, stim is not done. There is no stim. There's only 1 tank. There's plenty to deal with this. There we go. Blinks on forward. We'll lose the observer. Cheeky move out of Oriana. Snipes the observer. So the Banshee is at least safe, I suppose. Let's go. Meanwhile, across the map. Oof. And MaxPax. Just getting whatever's left. GG gets called. There's nothing remaining here for Oriana as he was completely all in and all in with just not much to work with. GG. MaxPax takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Does take game number 1. Again, MaxPax, he just had a pretty solid response. He was able to punish. We saw some potential there from Oriana, like the initial drop and as well as the Cloak Banshee that were dealing quite an amount of damage. Unfortunately, the push was very disjointed and he got torn apart. He tried to move out across the map. He lost his reinforcements. He lost that first tank as well. That was brutal. And with that, GG. GG well played. Oriana, he just had nothing left here when it came to the all-in. Had no more army to work with. With that, GG. GG well played. We're now getting into game number 2, and we'll see if Oriana can recover, bounce back and force the ace match, or if it all ends here and now, as we jump into Pylon for game number 2. There we go. As we are getting into that second game. Meanwhile, it looks like the other portion of the bracket is still it's ongoing. We'll get there. We'll be catching up with the other portion of the brackets. As for now, we're getting into the top left-hand corner. Top left-hand corner of Pylon. As we get into game 2 of this series, and spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Danish Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Skystorm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Terran player, the Chinese Terran. Down in the series, we'll see if he bounce back, we'll see if he can recover. It is Oriana. Go. They're not really monster strong in micro. I would say that MaxPax has been very in form as of late. He's definitely very strong. He's definitely one of the best Protoss players in the world. I think I would still say MaxPax is top 2 Protoss alongside Hero. Still top 2 Protoss. Still the favorite player, of course, as well. As we do have our double gas opening here out of Oriana. Double gas into a faster factory. So we're going for a more aggressive start, and we'll see where this leads to. Welcome to Pylon. Pylon is known for all-ins. Pylon is known for hyper-aggressive builds. And we'll see exactly what Oriana turns this into. This could even turn into a one-base all-in. It will at least turn into a faster factory. With this, we can keep an eye on the tech lab timing. to see if he goes for tanks early on, cyclones, add-on swap into Cloak Banshee. There is potential. Ooh, that's nice snipe there. The recall does not save the probe. Oriana does punish. And Oriana moves out. Just see Oriana poking in. The goal here for Oriana with this Reaper is to get an eye on the tech, on the Twilight Council, Stargate, or Robo, on the gases, on how many gateways. But now the Reaper is zoned away, and we do see a Twilight Council opener at a MaxPax. Meanwhile, we did have a tech lab on that factory into early Cyclone, and this can lead into a second Cyclone. It can lead into a into a tank, or it can even lead into an add-on swap. As reactors on the way on the racks. Adept does poke in. Oriana does pull away. Behind this, we have our Widow Mine Drop follow-up. Okay. Setting up for the Mine Drop. Do we add on swap from here? Ooh, we do not. Tech Lab on that starport. Going for the initial tank. We're building up. Now, from here, we'll see how many tanks we invest into. We'll see how hard we commit. If it's just for safety to get into a longer game, or if there's more intention behind it. No fast stim. There we go, going into Banshee. Now, last game we invested into Cloak. This time I believe it's going to be vanilla Banshees instead. We're going to drop into the main to scouts to get an eye on a blink. As he does get an eye on this. Behind this, once again, 3-gate blink into a third base. This is the same build that we saw last game at a MaxPax. Same build, same setup. Very safe play here from MaxPax. Not too greedy. Really what we're looking for here is any kind of move out from Oriana. No third racks yet. And again, no big dedication into those Banshees. Banshees are building up. MaxPax going to move in. Once again, no bunker here out of Oriana. The Unsiege does unsiege the wrong moment. There goes the dive. Two tanks going to be going down. Brutal pickoffs. As the first tank does pull away though. Does save the tank. Let's go. Quick reaction there out of Oriana. Very nicely done. Saves the tank. And Oriana holds. Oriana does hold on. What's scary though is that MaxPax just saw everything. He saw the Banshees. He knows. Like, we're building up tanks and Banshees. This should be for a dedicated push on 2 bases. But last MaxPax sees everything, goes into the main, tank is out of position. There was only one tank, the other one did go down. And these nice trades here from MaxPax. Picks up Marines. And Oriana is struggling. Now he does attempt to sneak out. Oh no! But MaxPax sees all over this. Yeah, one Banshee falls. Both Banshees do get picked off. Ay, ay, ay. And that was the purpose of this build, to build out that Banshee count to either push with the main army or to harass across the map. And the Banshees, they do nothing. And yeah, GG gets called. Without those Banshees, without the tank as well, like Oriana, just the build just fell in its face. And MaxPax will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. Unfortunately, just really dedicated play there by Oriana. So much invested and so much dedicated into the Banshees, into the tanks, and into the eventual 2-base push. But we saw that all the key units got sniped. The first tank and the 2 Banshees and a plethora of Marines as well. It meant that there was just nothing there, nothing remaining for Oriana. There was no power behind any kind of push, not anymore. GG. GG, well played. And with that, MaxPax will claim the series. With that, MaxPax will advance on into the next round. And who's waiting for him? Let's find out. Exclamation mark and be in the chat to have a look at the back yourselves.